Okay, so a lot to get into in this video. Make sure you guys stick around to the end. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, because we have been talking about this moment for a while. And there's a reason why I dollar cost average. There's a reason why I don't really bulk buy Bitcoin, especially in some of the top altcoins. And we're going to talk about a lot in this video, jam packed, filled with important information as to why the market's coming down. And as you guys can already tell, I'm not freaking out. I am looking at this as a huge opportunity, and I think you should be too. If you're somewhat seasoned and you've been in crypto long enough, you understand that the red days are good days if you have a long-term mindset in crypto. And we're going to talk about some price points for Bitcoin in particular, and I'll give you a couple altcoin picks too that I'm looking at in this video. It finally happened. We finally got the dip that I thought we would get perhaps at the end of 2023. What I think happened is people held out, waited until the Bitcoin ETFs were approved, and now they're starting to take profits. So we're going to start right here. This is the Bitcoin chart, okay? Make sure you guys smash that like button for me too. Definitely helps get this video pushed out because, again, a lot to get into here for you, and this is going to give you a lot of things to consider. So you could see right there on my chart that I've had these lines here. If you've been watching my channel for a while, I've had these blue lines drawn on the Bitcoin chart. Why? Because these are lines where I think Bitcoin could drop to and where I want to dollar cost average a little bit more. Okay. So I buy a little bit of Bitcoin every single day. That's what I do. Very small amounts. But on days like today and even yesterday, I start to ramp that up a little bit. And we're seeing here at 38,000. I was calling for this late 2023. Now, it didn't exactly happen late 2023, but here we are early 2024, and we're coming down to these levels. We had to at some point. So this $38,000 level, which we're basically at right now, is a point where I want to go ahead and dollar cost average a little bit more into my Bitcoin position. And I'm going to talk a little bit about why we could even see some further dips and why I'm ready and pumped about it, because I've got my other line down here, as you guys can see, at 32,000. If you remember this line right here back in October, okay, October 23rd, this big green candle, on that green candle, we broke through some major resistance at 32,000. But right now, I'm going to be a buyer at 38, 36, 34, and 32 if we get there. Now, why is the market crashing? Couple different reasons. This is a relatively new reason, okay, and I want to highlight this first. So Bitcoin plunging below 39K as Mt. Gox is set to commence the distribution of 200,000 Bitcoin for creditor repayments after over a decade of planning. This is worth a ton of money. As you guys can see, the dollar figure there, absolutely huge, 7.7 billion, surpassing the value of MicroStrategy and El Salvador's Bitcoin holdings. Many speculate that holders could take profits on their Bitcoin, considering their holdings have grown by over 99,000% since they quote unquote hack in 2014. So you've got this coupled with just regular profit taking, right? Coupled with kind of a buy the rumor, sell the news event on the Bitcoin ETFs. And again, this is all part of the grander plan. And I'm going to show you exactly what's going on here. So this is from Crypto Rover talking about, this, as you guys can see, this pattern right here, basically coming down to 37, 36K in his eyes is going to be something that's really, really likely, okay, based on what he's drawn here. Now, I'll give you guys this too. Where are we at in terms of the Bitcoin cycle, bottom to cycle top, before and after the halving? As we can see here, we are right here on this chart, and we can see back in 2018, what happened right before the halving? We got a sell-off. This is a normal event as we get closer and closer to the Bitcoin halving, which is scheduled and slated for April of this year. We usually see a run-up, which we've already got all of 2023. We went from 15,000 to 45,000. Then we get that first big profit-taking trough, right? It's happening right now, exactly how it played out back in 2018. And it also played out the same way in 2022, leading up to the sell-off there. So this is exactly what we can expect to see. And Bitcoin is not doing anything different. And this is why it's not time to freak out. It's time to take advantage. It's time to really buckle down and say, okay, what assets out there do I really like? Bitcoin, of course, one at the top that I think everybody, should be looking at. But if we take a look at the overall market too, we got Bitcoin at 38,600, Ethereum now falling to 2,100 and some change right here. And if we sort by some of our biggest losers so far, we could see that we've got some altcoins already down 12, 13, 14, 15%. So I am looking at a couple in order to make a play on. ICP is one of them. Top 20 crypto there. It's down under $10 right now. I'm looking to pick some of that up, probably a little bit today, and we'll continue to have some cash on the sidelines to make a bigger play if we get a further dip there, because if Bitcoin continues to dip, we know that altcoins will as well. Solana's another one, back down to $80. Remember, Sol recently in late 2023 had a huge surge all the way up to 121. Big discount right now. I do think Sol can come all the way further down, even to about $70. That's where I'll be looking to really load up on Solana. So those two in particular, very excited in order to add to my positions. Now, Ethereum could hold the line here at 2,100. I think it has a little bit more opportunity to kind of consolidate than Bitcoin, where Bitcoin, has a little bit more room to come down, as you guys can see, just based on kind of where some of these next troughs are on the Bitcoin chart compared to the Ethereum chart. We'll see. Ethereum could break that, fall a little bit below 2,000. Wouldn't be shocked by that at all. But again, we're looking at Bitcoin for sure to potentially come down to 36. That's kind of first stop. We'll see if it happens. If it doesn't, that's okay, because we're already dollar cost averaging now. We're buying a little bit more right now. But again, I just want to make this really, really clear, guys. This is an opportunity. It's not a time to freak out. A lot of people who are new to crypto, this is when they run for the hills and they sell everything for a loss. And we know in crypto, all it takes are a couple weeks, couple months, and all of a sudden Bitcoin could be right back to where it was. And now you feel like, man, what was I thinking, right? Sold on the red. It's the opposite, right? You got to have that reverse psychology a little bit and think, hey, when there's blood in the streets, it's time to eat. And that's exactly how I'm looking at this. And again, it finally happened. We finally got, I don't want to say what we wanted, but what we thought would happen. We've been talking about it for a while, and we're finally getting down to some price points that, really all open up some doors for us and open up some opportunities, especially if you have that long-term mindset. If you believe crypto is going to fly past all-time highs at some point later this year into 2025, these are the times. These are the times where you look back and say, man, good thing I had the wherewithal to go ahead and add to my position and load up during these downturns in the market. So that's what I've got for you guys in this video. Go ahead and hit the like button for us on the way out. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Hopefully you got some value in this video, and we'll see you in the next one.